There we go. Welcome, everybody, to our inaugural, our very first LGSC, which obviously hints at having more. So we will have another one. There's already, if you go to the lgscon.com, we already have a page up and taking signups for the next LGSC. But I want to welcome you here. My name is Mashi Scanlon. I am the Chief Marketing Officer for the CFB Group. And I'm joined with two gentlemen here with me, John Saso, as I like to say, Channel Fireball President and CEO, John Saso. And then, of course, the CEO for the CFB Group, Josh Grant. Good morning, Josh. We've already had this conversation, but it is very, very early for you, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can say it's still dark here.
Yeah. We dragged poor Josh out of bed. Yeah, way too early. So.
Happy Valentine's Day, Josh, though. I forgot. Yeah, it's Valentine's Day for you already. So, yeah. Early Valentine's Day morning. Yeah.
One of these days, maybe after the marketplace launches, I'll spend some time with my wife and take a day off.
Well, we have a whole presentation. We want to talk to everybody about the future of the CFB Group and, Channel Fireball Marketplace and the initiatives we have in place. But before that, I think, John, you wanted to say a bit just about, the history of Channel Fireball's business and John Saso as a retailer. So.
Yeah. So thanks, Mashi. And thank you all for tuning in, being a part of this LGS Con, obviously the first of many. I wish we were all in person in Las Vegas, having a great time together and all getting to know each other in person. But obviously that's not possible this year. But hey, hopefully next year we can all get out there and do that. I told my wife that I was going to be doing a keynote speech earlier in the week, and she has been making a lot of fun of me since then. And actually leaving the house today, she
Great
was
job.
like, she was like, why are you wearing black turtleneck and little glasses, when you have a keynote speech? I'm like, hey, it's a Zoom keynote, right? Mm. And it's also a co-keynote because I'm doing this here with Josh. So, I can wear cargo shorts and a polo and we're good for the Zoom one. Maybe next year I got to get a turtleneck.
You got to get fancy. Yeah.
But yeah, so, I kind of wanted to, we have a great presentation that, the team and everyone has put together here, just kind of, outlining our mission and, what we're really all about at the CFB Group and, what we're working on together to build this marketplace and really build up Binder POS to be a local game store focused, retailer focused platform and marketplace for the industry. I felt it could be good just because not a lot of people know me. I don't know. Like I've been in this industry for a long time, but I generally stay out of the limelight. Mashi is much more, the face, Luis, and I thought it could be good to take a few minutes, just kind of give a bit of my background and where we're coming from and kind of where Channel Fireball is coming from as a brand into this merger and into the launch of this marketplace. So I have been, a part of the collectible industry in some way or another for about 35 years. So, when I was 7 years old, right, that's where my introduction to this industry was. I for my birthday, I received a sports card collector kit or something like that. And that got my dad to take his cards out from when he was a kid, from the 50s. And, we were going through all this stuff. And I had that great moment with my dad and I, have those memories forever. And what it led to, though, is going to my first local card shop, LCS. And, I remember it was 1985 Topps was the thing. Dwight Gooden. I'm aging myself. I don't know if how many people here know who Dwight Gooden is. But, Dwight Gooden was the hot rookie of that year, right? And so I go to a local, card shop down the street. I buy a pack of 85 Topps and I pull the Dwight Gooden rookie card as a 7-year-old. That was like pulling me. That was like pulling the Black Lotus, the Charizard, the Heart of Fyendal, out of that pack. And I felt like I won the lottery. I was high-fiving the store owner. And it was like a $5 card. But to me, it was a Dwight Gooden rookie. Mm-hmm. And I had it in my hand. And that was magical. And that's a moment that I've never forgotten. And to be honest, it's like a lot of the drive that I have in this industry started there. Obviously the years have gone by, eventually, I grew up in this industry really, with going to baseball card shows with my dad. He eventually changed his career to become, full on sports cards and memorabilia. And, I, as a kid, I was 7, 8, 9 years old. I looked up to a lot of these vendors and these store owners. I remember Kevin Johnson at Stevens Creek Sports Cards right down the street here. He was hero of mine as a kid. I mean, this is like he was larger than life because he had all these cards, right? It was amazing. And as we continued to grow as a business, my dad eventually opened a sports card store, Superstars, and we started selling sports cards. And Magic came out shortly thereafter, and I really was connected with that game. Like I just, like many of us, fell in love with Magic, and really it took over a lot of my time, my free time, in playing it, but also buying and selling it, and then also really seeing the community that comes together around the games, more so than like some of the other, like sports cards, for example. Like the fact we're all coming together to play a game, have a good time, trade cards. I really started to see the value in that more so. And, as I went from being, working at my dad's shop to, running the shop more myself, I found myself really, really interested in becoming that role in that store, being that card shop owner guy for the community in the store, and giving as much value as I could to the customers who are coming in, and just trying to give that experience that I had when I opened that Dwight Gooden, where I high-fiving the customers when they pulled a great card, helping them build their deck. Really, I mean, I met Mashi, right? Mashi was a customer, and we're 15 years old. I don't know what we
15,
were.
16, yeah.
And it's like, me and my best friend as a customer because of the community, and then eventually going to large events and really feeling that, as a player or as a dealer or whatever, and like feeling that the magic of going there, connecting with people, making friends. And yeah, we're going there to play the game, but it's really about that community and that feel and those friends that you're making there, which was really like the special feeling to me. And so in everything that I've done, and I think that Channel Fireball has done, and the people that we bring on the team, that's the core of what our goal is really creating those experiences and creating those opportunities for people that want to build community and be a leader in their community. As we grew as a company, we wanted to, I've been in this industry a long time. I've seen a lot of different angles of how the gaming industry, Magic specifically, has evolved. And at the beginning of Channel Fireball, right, we really felt that, obviously a local player, Luis Scott Vargas, he was having some success, and we're like, hey, let's get into the content game. And when we looked into that, the other content producers, in the space were charging for content. And immediately our feeling was, we shouldn't be charging for content. This should be free to the customers. And again, it was just like, let's add value to the community, and hopefully they value it, and then they want to shop with us, right? And that worked. I mean, obviously, Luis Scott Vargas ended up being, one of the greatest Magic players of all time. So we kind of hit lightning in a bottle, partnering with him back then. But we also knew that he had those same the same like goals and intentions that we did about building community and adding value. And I think the very similar thing happened with events, where events were being run worldwide. I really was just amazed at the scale of events as they started to get bigger, from a few hundred to a few thousand players. And that to me was the opportunity to really have an impact on a larger scale to larger communities, right? So instead of, maybe impacting a few hundred people in our local store, now we're impacting a few thousand people a weekend, at a large event. So when we approached that project, one of our goals was really to, look at it from every perspective. Like from the vendor perspective, from the player perspective, from the publisher's perspective, and try to make sure that we're the artists, everybody who's a part of these events, and make sure that we're adding value in every way possible and giving opportunities where we can. Early on, actually, when we were a vendor, and trying to get a booth at Grand Prix way back in the day, we couldn't do it. It was very much like, if you've been doing it for a long time, you're getting booths. And if you're new, we're not really letting anyone in. And we had to really fight hard to kind of get our foot in the door. And so when we started running events, that was one of the most important things to me, was let's make sure that we're giving the retailers an opportunity to be a part of this, because it's a huge step for anyone, in this industry, to go travel, go to a show, buy and sell cards to the public at that scale. And I felt like it's very important that we open the door for everyone there. So in what we've done, with events, with content, I mean, it's always been for the community. like that is really deep down my passion is building community. And the people that we have on our team share that passion with me. And when in going into this merger with Binder POS, I mean, the first thing that, you know, I'm looking at in any sort of collaboration or partnership is like, what is the intention of the other group? Like, is their intention to make a quick buck? It's not something I'm really interested in generally, right? I mean, I'm looking for people that are interested in investing their time, their experience in building community and adding value to as many different players in the ecosystem as possible. And, you know, with Josh and with the Binder POS team, I mean, they're just a great group of people, and they are people that truly care about this community. They truly care about local game stores. I've seen that from the beginning of all my conversations with them. And I'm very excited about this. I mean, obviously we're all in. I mean, we merged our companies and we are doing this. And, you know, our goals and really our passions lie with adding value to the community, to the local game store, to the, you know, to the publishers, and like to the everyone who's part of this community. We want to add value to you, and we want to make sure that everything that we're doing is helping your business and helping, you know, the other stakeholders in this industry. So I think there's a lot of things said about Channel Fireball everywhere. I read these comments, and, you know, it's like I kind of wanted to share that before we got started into everything else that we're going to say today, and just kind of let you know where we're coming from, you know, me personally, but also as a company, and just the things that I hold very dear to me, and that, you know, I just don't allow, I don't let things, I guess the intention is the key, right? So, I mean, I want to make sure that everyone in our company has the right intention and that we're doing what adds the most value to the local game store, to the retailer, and to this community. So with that, I think we can probably hop into the presentation here. Mashi's going to get that onto the board. I guess, Josh, if you want to, you know, we have Josh Grant here, the CEO of CFB Group, you know, here with us from early morning in New Zealand. And we're going to be, I think, tag teaming this keynote on the presentation here, coming up here in just a moment.
Here we go.
All right. So yeah, I mean, our philosophy, I think I kind of I hit that one on the head, I think, coming out, and, you know, just about us, like, again, like, we've been a retailer in this industry for, you know, I think 28 years now. We've had a local game store, and we've been through a lot of the different things that occur in the industry. You know, we've experienced, you know, not getting our pre-release kits in time and having to drive to the UPS hub to go get them so the players have them in time, or driving all night to go somewhere to get it. You know, it's like there are so many experiences that we've had, you know, as a retailer, you know, as an event organizer, as a marketer, like, that we understand it. Like, we're in this merger, Channel Fireball really is the, you know, the firsthand representation of the retailer, the local game store, because we get it. We've been there, we've done it. We are a local game store, really, at heart. Binder POS has a tremendous passion for helping the local game store. They are very, very open to feedback. They have, you know, the communication that I've seen them have with the local game stores, and, you know, really wanting to put out the best product possible for the local game store has been like one of the primary driving forces into why we wanted to merge with Binder POS, and why I feel so confident about this project that we're you know, about to launch here in Q2 at the marketplace. Josh, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, because you know, it's you. Unless Josh doesn't have sound. Let's see.
Josh not have sound?
He may not.
Okay.
All right. So my name is John Saso. I'm on the board of directors of CFB Group. I'm the founder of Channel Fireball and CFB Events. And, you know, again, like, I've had a lot of experience in this industry from all different facets. I've dealt with, you know, publishers to players to influencers to vendors. You know, there we go. There's Josh. So yeah, I think I've said a lot about myself. Josh, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
was going to say, I don't have a fancy backstory and speech prepared, but what I do have is my background in the industry over the last few years and building out binder POS, as many store owners will know me. With any small startup, I was essentially everything in the beginning: sales, account management, customer support, billing. So I've had the pleasure of dealing and speaking and understanding and learning about local game stores all over the world, especially in America. So for me, this merged venture, this project is very exciting. I come from a background of software as a service, app development, marketing, sales, and strategy, and being able to bring all that together with the amazing team at Channel Fireball and take their success and replicate that across the LGS network. I mean, that's what we're here to do, and that's as sort of the leader of this this initiative. I'm entirely driven towards the success of this project and making sure that LGS have a great sales channel to leverage and grow during these trying times.
Absolutely. Thanks, Josh. So yeah, our mission here is to be your partner in success, like to add value in any way we can. We just had our Q&A with the binder POS, all the binder POS current clients, and it was great. Actually, I thought that was awesome.
Really well, yeah.
And transparency is really just one of our core values here at Channel Fireball, and it has been, through events and through content and through everything we do. We want to be transparent because we feel that's the best way to communicate. With the marketplace, transparency is one of the keys. And around there, we've obviously been looking at the market and seeing, okay, what's happening elsewhere in the market and where can we improve? And I think, one of the biggest things in transparency is just understanding where your money is going, right? I mean, it's like understanding the fee structure for everything. And we don't want to have any hidden fees. We don't want, your accountant to say like, hey, you're paying this high a percentage for all those transactions through that sales channel and be surprised, right? We want to be very clear. Our marketplace, right? It's 8.95% fees. If you're a binder POS client, you get 1% discount, so 7.95%. That's the flat fee. It's transparent. There's no hidden fees, nothing additional on top. That's just what it is. And actually, this is probably a good time to announce this.
Yeah.
I'll do it right now. Yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and also we've decided, based on a lot of the feedback we got actually since announcing the merger and the marketplace, is for sealed product on the marketplace. So sealed boxes, booster packs, everything there, the fee is only going to be 2.95%. Obviously, the margin on sealed product is, it's tighter than singles, and we recognize that. And so, we're going to offer 2.95% fees on sealed product on the marketplace. Again, if you're a binder POS client, 1% discount on that, 1.95% fees on sealed product. I think that's going to help a lot of people in the industry and be able to move product through marketplaces where it's a challenging thing to do, and we've experienced that ourselves. And then the other thing is open information. Like one of the things that we understand in building a marketplace, there's going to be a lot of data that is available on the marketplace side that we want to make sure that we can make as valuable as possible to everyone who's listening on the marketplace, right? So it is our goal to be as transparent as we legally can in like helping use that data to help you make your decisions, your buying decisions, your pricing decisions, things like that. They let you know, hey, these cards might be going up a little bit, maybe take a look at them, or whatever it is that we can do. We want to be able to share that information with you and have it add value to you and not have it be hidden or anything like that. The other big thing here is that we trust is obviously important in any kind of relationship like this. And the marketplace that we're creating is for retailers and retailers only. You're required to be a verified business in order to list on our marketplace. It's not going to have peer-to-peer trading. We want to make sure that the customers feel a great deal of trust, knowing they're going to get their packages on time, their customer service is going to be handled properly, and the cars are going to be in the condition that they expect. And so that's one of our big things. We don't want the retailers to be competing with people that don't have overhead, that don't have employees to pay, that don't, or aren't running a business. They're just, they're just buying and selling cards on their own. So it's like, we really want to have this be supportive of the retailer here. And really that, I think, then lends to the customer having a great experience on the marketplace. So yeah, I mean, overall, we are at your service. We work for you. Like the Channel Fireball brand is now something that we are sharing with everyone who's going to be on our marketplace and everyone on Binder POS. Our mission here is to utilize the content, the brand, the marketing, the community that Channel Fireball has built, through events and everything else that we've done, and really open that up to all the retailers that want to be listed on our marketplace. As we answered in the previous section of this, Channel Fireball currently is an e-commerce brand. That's something that we're phasing out of, right? I mean, the singles portion of our business we're looking to phase out this year. The sealed product, we'll have to see where that evolves. And, we're looking, with events and with other, kind of interactive things like box breaks. We're still figuring out where that's going to play. But I mean, our goal overall here is to add value to the retailers that are on our marketplace using the brand and the following that we've built up over the last decade plus here. So yeah, I mean, we basically we want to add value using the Channel Fireball brand for you. Marketing, similar, right? So we have obviously a great group of content producers on Channel Fireball. We have a tremendous marketing team that covers all sorts of different channels and all different angles. And all of those people are now really working for you, right? I mean, we are taking our experience in this industry, the connections we have in this industry, the relationships that we've built over the years, and we're now trying to figure out ways that we can leverage those for you, the retailer. And I think that looking at it from that perspective has been actually a lot of fun, because I mean, I am, like I said at the beginning, figuring out ways that we can influence and impact retailers in a big way is just a better way to help build community overall. And, I think the more value that we can add to the local game store, the more successful local game stores are going to be, and the better their community is going to respond there locally for them. And I think that overall is just going to help the industry grow. And it's just going to be good for everybody. Store credit, obviously, is a huge question that has come up many times earlier this morning, even. So one of the biggest, most exciting things that, I think that we were able to do here is just work all the Channel Fireball store credit that currently exists, all the store credit that is generated by CFB Pro Plus through, U-Box We Buy, through our buy list. All that store credit is going to be used, will be able to be used on the marketplace. So straight up, the thousands and tens of thousands of customers that have store credit on our channel right now, that money will be able to be spent with you, and you'll get paid in cash from us. So there's already a good amount of money sitting there that will be able to be spent with you. And then moving forward, anyone who's earning store credit, that will be able to be spent with you on the marketplace. And I mean, it's just a huge win-win. I mean, obviously the customers are very excited about that, because now we have a decent amount of cards, but I mean, we have nowhere near the amount of cards that will be available in the marketplace. So the customers are going to have way more things to spend their store credit on. And obviously for you, there's more money in the ecosystem that will be coming to you through that store credit. So I'm going to kick it over to Josh. I think, Josh, let's talk about Binder POS and how, you're dedicated to connecting stores and customers.
Hopefully I have audio. Is that
you do?
Hey, look at that.
Just great, Josh.
I won't have to use sign language. Fantastic. All right, let's kick it off. So, when we talk about resources here, we're talking about some things that we touched on in the Q&A, and that comes down to the development team, which is one of the most core important teams of a technology company. As mentioned, we have a brand new development team. We've got some familiar face in there that have moved over from BinderPOS, and the BinderPOS development team has grown, but so has the marketplace development team. So this is a fresh product which has been being built in its own environment. It's completely proprietary, and we're really excited to start dropping sneak peeks at that platform over the coming weeks. The BinderPOS customers will be amongst the first to be invited into the marketplace. However, the CFB marketplace team will also have a representative reaching out to local game stores to help assist you getting onto the platform if you're using other platforms, whether they be proprietary or third party, to get your inventory listed and get you synced and get you online and selling. So Binder POS has obviously been working on infrastructure a lot over the last 12 months. With scale, comes the tricky questions of, how can we provide maximum value of uptime, but then how can we also push amazing new features? And luckily, a lot of balls are about to drop because we have a list of amazing features coming out. We've got Buy List 2.0, we've got eBay Sync coming, and Amazon Sync is on the way directly following that. So we want to open up as many sales channels as possible to as many places where LGS stores, grow and sell online. So if you have any other suggestions or other platforms you want us to work with, please let us know. I was going to say that the way the sync controller works and the way the set of customers works for BinderPOS will not be limited just to the CFB marketplace. All of the amazing features and benefits of BinderPOS will be available for the eBay syncs, Amazon syncs, and other sales channel syncs. So moving into, I guess, the bespoke features and some of the benefits you'd like to see from the merged entity, which is the big question. And again, these questions came up a little bit earlier. What we're really looking to do here and what we've essentially done, mixing the chocolate and peanut butter of this merger, is taking all of the experience, the skills. I know I found a way to work it in. You thought I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's taking all of the skills, experience, and knowledge of one of the e-commerce industry leaders and applying that to all of the stores through technology platform, through workshop development, through these kind of LGS conventions, but also to the growth of the platform. I mean, when we talk about features, we talk about taking the knowledge of how to reserve, how to buy, how to sell, how to not oversell, all those things we've touched on, and automating a lot of that and passing the learnings on. So you'll be pleased to know that the features are being improved and developed with the feedback of large e-commerce leaders. We're going to have a comprehensive product library, which is going to carry on expanding. We've got an in-house catalog team. I'm going to take this time to announce that, actually, and this is just something I'm throwing in, but CFB Group and BinderPOS were really the marketplace. We're really pleased to announce that for the last 6 months we've hired a team and we've been diligently working on building a catalog in-house of data that we wish to distribute to the industry. We have Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more coming. These are going to be publicly available through our website, which will be online soon. But on the marketplace, we have clean, fresh data ready to integrate and share with all platforms.
Josh, yeah, I think that really is one of the biggest things here that we're excited about, I think, collectively here, right? Is that our mission here is just to add value to the local game store and to retailers in our industry. And we want to collaborate with, as many different groups in this industry as we can. I think that competition is always great, right? Competition leads to incremental change where, one person raises the standard and the competition needs to outdo them to stay competitive. But I'm a firm believer in collaboration being far, far more powerful, especially when it's collaboration with unified intention. And, we are looking to work with anyone in the industry, any marketplace, any point of sale provider, anyone that, we feel and, it will add value to you. We want that to be that is our mission. So connecting your inventory to as many different sales channels is what we want to do. We don't want to limit it just to the Channel Fireball marketplace. As Josh mentioned, eBay, Amazon, right around the corner. But yeah, any marketplace that, you want to be listed on, we want you to be listed on and we want to integrate with. So please let us know where you want to be, listed, and we will do everything in our power to get you listed on there. And the same goes with point of sale systems, right? It's like if you're using a point of sale system that you like and you want to keep going, we want to integrate with them to make sure that inventory can then be offered on the Channel Fireball marketplace. That's something that's very, very important to us. And again, just to kind of summarize here, our goal is to give the most value to the local game store. No hidden fees, nothing, no hidden information, right? We want to make sure that everyone has the value of this information and be able to, add value as many different ways as possible. Again, retailer first, no peer-to-peer trading. We want to make sure that the customers can trust the platform because the sellers on the platform are trusted. And we also want to make sure that, you get to hold on to your inventory and sell it to both your local group and also to whatever you want to sell on the marketplace or other integrations that we have. You have the control of what you want to list there. And again, collaboration. That's the heart of where we come from. Like a along every different, I think project that we've worked on, we always would prefer to collaborate than compete. Sometimes that's not always possible, but I mean that from our standpoint, we are a collaborative team. And I'm looking for collaborations out there. And that doesn't only go for marketplaces and for point of sale systems, that goes with retailers out there too. If you have a great idea, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We love to collaborate, and we're just looking for every different way that we can add value to this industry and through the local game store and the retailers. So yeah, thank you everyone. We really appreciate you taking some time out of your Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon or Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon.
For Zealand, for Josh, it's Sunday. For Josh, it's Sunday.
Yeah. I live in the future, and I'll tell you the way.
Exactly.
And we get the technological benefit of that.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone as well. I mean, yeah, a huge thank you to everyone that came. Great questions that were asked during the Q&A. Really excited to announce this, and this hopefully this isn't going to be the last LGSC what we do. We've got more of these coming in the future. That's the plan at this stage. But also, I just wanted to take some time to mention that over the coming weeks, leading up to the marketplace launch, we're looking forward to sneak peeking some of the new UI, the new UX, some of the features of the marketplace. You're going to start to see this thing and visualize this thing really soon. So we're waiting for feedback. We're wanting it. And we're really excited about this. I think Q2 is going to be a huge time for LGS.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Josh and John. I know there was an issue with our Zoom link, so that's been rectified now. So for those of you joining late, we will have VODs of this presentation up very soon after. So don't worry, you didn't miss any of the exciting. You won't have missed any of the exciting stuff from John and Josh. It will be available for you to watch later. Josh did already mention a second LGSC. If you go to lgscon.com, lgscon.com, there's information there already. We have one planned in May. You can sign up. If you sign up for this one and you opted into our emails, we'll email you about that. So don't worry about that. But we look forward to joining you again in May for more stuff. There, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. We're going to tee up the next president. I guess I'm up now. Jeez. Okay. What was I supposed to talk about? No.
I'm signing off. See you later, everybody.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Josh.